They have written to me asking various questions. I have provided answers, and they have written to me again, and I'm in the process of providing those answers.
The deafening silence continues. Prime Minister Andrew Holness owes Jamaica transparency. This is Cover Story Highlights. Let's get after it. But before we do, I invite you to subscribe to this channel, like, share, and comment on the contents. Prime Minister Andrew Holness has yet to see the light of transparency when it comes to his 2021 and 2022 statutory declarations. It was deafening silence from him until a TVJ reporter questioned him on the issue at a post-cabinet press briefing at Jamaica House on November 8. Since then, mum is the word for both the Prime Minister and the Integrity Commission. It is important for transparency and accountability that public officials, including the Prime Minister, declare their assets and income. This helps ensure trust and prevents corruption, allowing citizens to be informed about the use of public resources. Let us now listen to Holness, how he responded when he was asked the question.
And I want to be clear that on all important matters, my government does provide the opportunity for information to be dispensed to the public and for our ministers to be questioned. And I'm very happy that the post-cabinet is being conducted routinely and consistently. As it relates to my integrity declarations, I too am concerned that they have not yet certified them. They have written to me asking various questions. I have provided answers, and they have written to me again, and I'm in the process of providing those answers. You will, however, appreciate that it does take some time, and particularly for me, to get 2 or 3 days to go through matters and provide answers. I simply have to be very frugal with my time.
Using the excuse of time constraints in responding to the Integrity Commission's inquiries falls short of the public's expectation, Mr. Prime Minister. After all, we're talking about the 2021 and 2022 statutory declarations. He continues.
And I suspect the same for the Integrity Commission that have to go through several thousands of declarations. But
we don't think that the Integrity Commission has a problem in carrying out their function. What we're seeing here is a deflection, a strategy that has come to characterize the Prime Minister's leadership. Let us listen some more.
I would expect that they would give some priority to my declarations.
And I am sure they will, but they can only do that when they receive the information they sought from you.
I do hope to be able to respond to them before the end of this week.
Since then, it has been deafening silence on the issue. Of course, this is compounded by a legal shield that the government has put in place to prevent the Integrity Commission from making public statements on the matter. Now, this raises the critical question, should leaders be shielded by law when it comes to matters of transparency that directly affect the public interest? Let us continue to listen to what the Prime Minister said on November 8.
So I'm hopeful that they would do their work and provide the nation with the necessary certification. To be clear, I have tried not to comment on the issue because I find myself in an invidious position in that I have to protect and defend most times the institutions of the country. So I my silence should not be interpreted as not wanting to address it, but I do have another role, and that role is to protect and to defend the institutions, the laws that we have put in place. So I'm hopeful that in short order, this matter will be resolved. By the way, you should also know that it is quite routine that the Integrity Commission will write to persons over and over again. And there would be several persons whose statutory declarations are not certified because they are in this continuous process of asking questions and trying to make determinations.
The irony is stark here, as the opposition leader Mark Golding's own statutory declarations have seen the light of day, certified and published for public scrutiny. The glaring disparity in transparency between the Prime Minister and the leader of the opposition cast a shadow on the commitment to accountability in Jamaica's highest echelon of power. The Prime Minister's claim to protect and defend institutions and laws may be valid, but it should not come at the expense of the very transparency those institutions are designed to uphold. The Jamaican people deserve more than a muted response from their leader. The silence surrounding Holness's statutory declarations is not just inadequate, it's a disservice to the principles of democracy and accountability. In the spirit of genuine transparency, Holness has a clear path forward. Instead of relying on the statutory confines, he could proactively engage a reputable independent auditing firm to conduct a thorough audit of his financial declarations. The findings could then be made public, laying to rest any doubts and satisfying the curiosity of the Jamaican people. As the silence persists, so does the erosion of public trust. The time for accountability is now, and Prime Minister Holness must recognize that transparency is not a choice but an obligation to the very people he serves. The Jamaican public deserves answers, and the longer the silence persists, the louder the demand for accountability becomes. And that was Cover Story Highlights. Tune in again next time for another edition of Cover Story Highlights. In the meantime, please subscribe to this channel, like, share, and comment.